The Camp Nou renovation has been moving zone by zone for months. And most weeks the story is steady, incremental progress. Sandwich panels going up, anchors going in. The kind of work that matters, but doesn't exactly stop you in your tracks. This week is different. For the first time on this channel, a compression ring pillar was filmed going up live, from ground level to final position. And the sequence is something else. But the pillar lift is only part of the story. Every zone on site moved this week, and some of them move fast. Start at the goal sewer corner, where the junction between the south goal and the tribuna meets. This section had been quiet, and honestly, it still shows. The black beams have their brackets in place, but the anchors for the vertical lama supports haven't been installed yet in the outermost stretch. Not much has visibly shifted here. What has moved is the intersection near the elevator structures. Lama supports are now sitting on the underside of the esquadras, positioned and ready to hold the first ceramic slats. The corner is getting close, just a few missing pieces at the top, and what's coming for this section is worth keeping an eye on. Here's the moment that makes this week's update different from every other one this channel has published. In the south goal area, a compression ring pillar, cleaned with hoses just the day before, was hooked to the tower crane and raised into position live. One worker guided it with a red rope. The pillar moved up smooth and fast, secured by slings on both sides, and it went exactly where it needed to go. What makes it more interesting, this pillar isn't like the others. A worker on site pointed out its top section is shaped differently, vertical, with holes cut specifically for crane slings. Unlike the flat tops on every previous pillar, a structural distinction, quietly significant. The concrete base it's sitting on was being poured right there as it went up. Cross to the goal norte corner, and the pace shifts noticeably. String guides are now running between anchors, thin cords pulled taut, a signal that lama installation isn't weeks away, it's days away, possibly hours. Platforms are busy locking down anchors and setting the guide tracks. And on the left side of the corner, the lamas have already started going up. 4 installed, 2 yellow, and 2 red, reaching all the way to the top of that section. A 5th was being hoisted into position while filming. The colors aren't all uniform. Different shades of red, some blue tones, one panel that reads almost purple. And the effect, even at this early stage, is striking. The right side of the corner is still waiting, but that won't last long. Behind the lamas in the goal norte corner, workers are applying something to the black beams using spatulas. A white material, not paint exactly, something used for finishing or sealing. It's showing up in multiple areas across the site. Horizontal guides are being added alongside the vertical anchor lines, the full grid that the lama system needs before any panel can hang. In this corner, the preparation is as thorough as anywhere on site. The left side, where the black panels are already in, gives a preview of what the finished version looks like. The gap between prepared and installed is shrinking fast in this zone. Move into the midsection of the north goal, and the picture is a little further behind the corner, but not by much. Sandwich panels are going up on the upper levels, with workers positioning new pieces from platform lifts. Anchors are being installed and checked in other sections of the same zone in parallel, building out the infrastructure for lama placement that will follow. In one area, scaffolding is already coming down, a quiet sign that the structure beneath it has solidified enough not to need it anymore. Scaffolding removal is something this project only does when a section is genuinely ready. The tribuna zone is running multiple operations at once. Floors are being cleaned. A tower crane is active. Vertical lama supports are standing in the area, though the horizontal unions at their base still need to be completed before they can fully secure anything. Sandwich panels are installed up to the first cantilever level, and lift platforms are working the higher elevations around the elevator structures. One column is fully shuttered, formwork complete, and a concrete pump is running in the upper sections of the structure nearby. The tribuna is busier than it reads at first glance. At the cantilever edge, a guardrail support system has gone in. Green cable or plastic tubing running along the front of the overhang, anchored into support spaced along the perimeter. 2 cranes are actively lifting materials to the upper zones. A worker was spotted with a spray gun on the esquadras, possibly cleaning, possibly priming, though the exact substance wasn't clear. What is clear is that a significant amount of beam painting still needs to happen. Bolts, white marks, uncovered steel. The structural work is advancing. The finishing layer is following behind it, section by section. Three things define this week at Camp Nou. First, a compression ring pillar was raised and filmed for the first time, live from hookup to final position, including a structural detail that sets this pillar apart from everyone before it. Second, lama installation has genuinely arrived at the goal norte corner, with colored panels now visible on the facade and string guides signaling imminent expansion into new sections. Third, the tribuna is in active structural mode. Formwork done, concrete pouring, sandwich panels climbing. The question from the start of this video was whether reality was beating expectations or lagging behind them. This week, reality won. Come back Saturday. There's no match, which means the site keeps moving. If you want to see whether those llama guides in the North Goal turn into actual panels by next week, subscribe. We'll be back on site with the answer.